Israel will both surprise and delight you. While you certainly know the ancient ways, it's also a very modern, expanding country. In places it's arid, but it's also green, lush, and rich with agriculture. The society is mixed, and the balance has its moments. It's a place of great joy, industry and growth, but also with wars, division, and forces at the ready. We woke that first day wondering what we'd find. In Tel Aviv, we found a brilliant city on the sea. There is so much more to see than you imagine, so many places and experiences to savor and remember. It is a country you thought you knew, and some of it you do. But knowing from afar is itself a far cry from seeing and being in the literal birthplace of beliefs, and such spirituality is irreplaceable. As you venture near and far, we're here to give you travel tips to help you plan your trip, and as an added bonus, we'll go over costs and pitfalls to avoid. When you visit Israel, you'll undoubtedly be visiting famous sites, so you may be walking for miles and miles. Whether in commercial districts, residential, downtown, or streets with artists and cafes, and along the sea, you'll find life aplenty with people walking, riding, playing, and enjoying the beach. But if you get tired of walking, don't try Uber or Lyft, as they're not in Israel. Download the Get Taxi app on your phone and use that to order a taxi. Rates are reasonable, but make sure to have small notes and pocket change with you for payment. Taxis are plentiful and quite reasonable, helping you get around and maximize your time there. Most relatively short hops will set you back about $5 to $15. The streets are also safe, at least as we found them. Everywhere in Israel there is a substantial military and police presence, but they're not imposing at all. You could call them present, but relaxed and ready. This is a country under great scrutiny, and their goal is to avoid problems and headlines. The streets are clean and pedestrian friendly. People tend to keep to themselves, but are also approachable, and with English spoken by practically everyone, if you reach out for assistance, you'll likely be received very well and get any directions you may need. Folks here also have an affinity for animals. There are a lot of people walking their dogs, some more than others, and of course, dogs leave, well, presents behind. But everyone here cleans up after their pets, so there are almost never any landmines to play hopscotch around. In the old port city of Jaffa, the easygoing, relaxed southern part of Tel Aviv, you'll find a flea and antique market and art galleries. Here you can find folks like Yaffa, a really warm and cheerful character, along with an eclectic mix of goods and an equally eclectic mix of people, going about a daily routine that seems as old as the city itself. From the galleries and antiquities of Jaffa, go north and sample the hustle and bustle of the Carmel market. Here you'll find produce and new products of all descriptions as you wander around the stalls, littered with local shopping, and often served by some truly interesting characters. Food is not a problem in the most visited areas, as there are plenty of cafes, restaurants, and eateries all over. Israel has a reputation for being expensive, but prices are generally comparable to what you'd find in the US, Europe, or down under. Many restaurants display their menu in Hebrew and English, usually with prices, so you can decide before you go in. If it's too much or you're not sold on the location or the menu, generally there are other choices close by, so simply move along until you find what suits you. And if you're not sure about a dish, ask, and the staff will generally give you a description and their recommendations. Also look for small cafes and bakeries. Some of the best food and treats can be found there, so venturing outside your normal fare can pay off big time with delicacies and local specialties that will delight you. After all, when you venture out, be adventurous and experience as much as you can to broaden your horizon and make your time there that much more special. Totally immersing yourself and all of your senses will make your time away just that much more memorable. Always make the most of it. One quick word of advice: understand the observation of the Shabbat from sundown Friday to sundown Saturday. Stores and restaurants close down early, usually by 5 or 6 p.m. on a Friday, so you might want to eat early or have some food on hand. Try to plan your dining and shopping well ahead to suit. Definitely reach out to your guide, hotel staff, host, or whoever you can to help you plan around Shabbat. And try to avoid a Shabbat elevator which stops at every floor that day. In a high-rise building, this would add a lot of time to your coming and going. Israel can be overwhelming to many. It is a place of pilgrimage, of devotion, of legend and lore, sacred and most holy. Many of the faithful wait their whole life to come here, and it truly is a religious experience. You will walk in the footsteps of the famous and the infamous, divine and diabolic. The alleys, roads, and passages you walk through pull you in and surround you with history and mystery that will stay with you for all eternity. The significance and glory you'll find cannot be overstated. Wear appropriate clothing for religious sites. Shorts and short sleeves may feel good, but you need to cover up or you'll be denied entry to many places. Ladies may be required to wear head coverings and men to remove their hats, so be aware and considerate of your surroundings. Hydrate. No, really, drink plenty of water. Always have some with you. Dehydration is one of the main reasons visitors require medical attention, which will ruin your day for sure. Speaking of hydration, have some TP in your pocket and a good bit of pocket change on hand for bathrooms. If you feel comfortable to go it alone, more power to you. But if you're not familiar and hoping to see the most, you may drop more than you catch. Tours are easy to find online and locally, and they'll get you to all the best places at the best times to and from in the most time-efficient way. Use their expertise to give you the best experience so that you can see it all. And don't forget to tip them well for their efforts, requiring years of study to be qualified to serve you. Leave in amazement of what you saw, instead of skimping and then regretting a lot of what you missed. You may never get a chance to come back. Make it count. Speaking of tips, if you have any, add yours in the comments below, and then subscribe for more travel tips and adventures. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to venture near and far.